You're listening to The Metal Lens. Life, the universe, and everything from a metal point of view.
Hello, metal friends.
Hello, metal friends.
Today is pretty unique. It happens to be Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. The 13th day of...
where very many evil things happen.
Of the evilest month of all. March.
Yeah, we gotta, like, eventually do, like, a little... Like all of the Friday the 13th superstitions and all the crap that's supposed to happen.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we have something much more
pressing
afoot. We've affectionately going to call this podcast Corona Cast.
The Corona Cast, yes.
The 2020 Corona Cast.
Here, cheers.
So,
in direct violation of our previous policy of not endorsing or promoting alcohol or very much else other than music, for that matter.
Yeah, we figured Corona could maybe use the help, given the certain circumstances. But, I'm sure we're not the only ones of saying, there's a coronavirus out there, and it's threatening mankind as we know it. Mm-hmm. And there's also alcohol called Corona.
Yep.
So I'm going to drink that.
That's right.
So we're going to drink Coronas until we get past this thing.
Sardonically.
And hopefully it won't be for very long, because I really don't like Coronas.
Yeah. Well, we've got some flavor enhancers here. Yeah, I'm not sure how well this is showing up on camera, but these are limes.
And it does help.
Oh, and St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, so,
Yeah, we won't
Corona,
be doing anything
perfect.
for that, because...
no, because we'll be in underground bunkers by then, right?
Yeah.
It's only 4 days away.
The kiddos are out of school. The public schools are shut down.
Yep.
For a fucking month.
Yes. The governor has decreed.
So, when that shit happens, they got to make it up.
Yeah.
So, the boys are going to... All the kiddos are going to have a shortened summer.
Yeah, real shitty summer. Yeah.
And... and they're doing it, and they know it's not like, we're extremely intelligent fucking people. But they know, not everybody's situation is the same. And so, like, if you work and your kid goes to school, and then your kid's not going to school, and so what the fuck are you going to do with your kid?
Audio interruption. Bummer.
So, the kids are going to be... You can't send them to daycare.
Right.
So, a lot of companies are kind of allowing for that, but depends on who you work for. You might have to take off work for a fucking month and not get paid.
Mm-hmm. No one's obligated to take care of their employees.
Hold on, the fucking
shit.
Screen is... sending dirty messages to me.
Huh. And yet it continues to record.
Okay.
Very strange. It is Friday the 13th, after all, Troy.
There you go, see?
Gremlins in the system, coronavirus in the air, and god damn it, we're drinking the shittiest beer known to man.
Yeah. God, this stuff is shitty.
This really is a monumental date on the calendar. So unless you've been hiding under a rock, or unless you're really interested in your own mental health, you probably know that what is it? COVID-19, a particularly sinister strain of coronavirus. Evil, if you will, which perfectly matches our show, this podcast. Which, by the way, is not a unique thing. Coronavirus is actually a broad classification.
Yeah,
as I learned,
and that's the thing, because I mean, people, you got some stupid fuckers out there.
Oh yeah,
and like Lysol and Clorox wipes and stuff like that. They have on the back kills coronavirus. Well, coronavirus is just a class of viruses, or I think even some common colds are associated with coronavirus.
I think it has to do with the structure of the actual
this one
organism.
Is just 19, and it's spreading like the flu. And it's it doesn't. It seems to. There's a lot of stupid shit out there that I've seen.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, drink plenty of water, because if it gets in your mouth, it'll wash it down into your stomach. And I'm like, what are you, a fucking idiot?
I heard that too.
Because you'll have these doctors come on there, and then you'll see something else, and there's a doctor, and they're like, well, what about this if you drink water? And they just like, no, that's not gonna work.
Well,
so I guess it all depends on who you believe, but be smart, people. I mean, listen. The thing is this thing. It's like it's airborne. And I watched a couple of things on, guys from the CDC.
Sure.
And this one guy, Mike Osterholm.
Okay.
Been with the CDC forever. And it's like it's unless you can control the wind, it's airborne.
Yeah.
It's airborne. The one major thing you can really do to really protect yourself is just stay away from large groups of people. But I think what's scaring a lot of people is they think that they're going to get this and it's a death sentence.
Right.
This isn't Ebola.
Yeah.
Okay. And matter of fact, we were just talking about this. My family, without me, went to Disney World, and when they came back, they were sick, all of them. And the wife especially was kind of fluish. Had fever. The oldest one had fever. The young one just felt kind of cruddy a couple of days after he came back. And I honestly think the coronavirus already ran through my house. Could be wrong, but no way to tell. Yeah. But more than likely, it probably did.
Yeah, survived over the course of just a few days.
Yeah,
and made it through.
If you're
that's pretty metal.
Healthy and have a good immune system, you're gonna breeze right through this thing.
And that's the thing, as with any kind of like public health issue or global affecting, world affecting disaster or whatever. There's just so much misinformation out there. I mean, there's a lot of information out there too, and I've been basically basing any decision that I make or any action that I take about this thing off of what I read from the CDC.
Yeah, okay. I mean, wash your hands and spray shit down and do this. Yeah, okay, that's something you should be doing any fucking way, right? It's just a good practice to be into anyhow.
I like how these restaurants are kind of like stepping up and like, well, we're washing our hands in between. Well, thank you.
You're fucking right.
You should have been doing that the whole time. I mean, they're making me think that you hadn't been.
I've been to the eye doctor, and she's got the Clorox thing, and she's just fucking scrubbing every fucking thing. And I'm like, okay, you didn't do that last time. But really, that you can absolutely, because it'll live outside the body for up to 8 to 12 hours. So you can touch something and stick your finger in your ass with that same hand and get it. But that is much highly unlikely than getting it by breathing the same air, being in a room and breathing the same air of a carrier.
Yeah.
And that's more than likely how you're going to get it. You're going to get it by breathing. And the fucking masks don't do anything. And which makes sense because it doesn't filter any. I mean, it's not going to filter anything microscopic because when you put the mask on, you don't suffocate.
The best that I think it'll do is it'll stop. I mean, it'll stop droplets if you cough and spew.
If you're a carrier and you sneeze or cough, the sputum.
I
love that word, the sputum. It'll collect that, but I mean,
Yeah.
Just don't be fucking stupid and ride this thing out. Drink some fucking Coronas.
And there's so many stupid things out there. I mean, I haven't heard them all because honestly, I've been trying to keep myself kind of distant from the
and everybody
media
knows
blitz
the
around
news. The news is going to drive you into a fucking panic. You know, people are fucking going ape shit out of toilet paper.
Oh, God.
But I'll tell you, you know, well, the thing is, and the thing about it is, so what's impacting us more is supply chains. International supply chains are shut down. Which is a fucking problem, okay? You don't realize how much you depend on that until it's gone, kind of thing. So, but I mean, you know, fucking I don't get, you know, we went to Walmart today, and we kind of got stocked up on some stuff, and it was basically food, because the kids are out of school for a fucking month, and we got to feed them motherfuckers.
That's right.
Toilet paper, I'm not worried about. Push come to shove, it's not a fucking necessity. Push come to shove, if I got to jump in the fucking shower afterwards and do what I got to do, I'll just fucking do that, and it'll be fine. But well,
let me go ahead and endorse the easy to install bidet attachment.
Yeah,
works wonders.
Yeah, and if you have one of those nozzles that you can pull down, you can just spread them and go at it.
You could do that too.
Yeah,
matter of personal preference, y'all. But for God's sake,
or you can just do that for fun.
Yeah, often do. But for crying out loud, don't gargle like bleach or drink ammonia or do any of that bizarre shit.
Let's get on that for a second.
And essential oils aren't going to do jack shit for you.
Okay,
and,
so bleach, we know bleach will kill any fucking thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, so will most nuclear detonations.
And the thing we know about things that can poison you is poison is in the dose. Correct?
Yeah, I suppose so. And the route of administration, too. I will have to point that out, too.
So theoretically, there should be some dosage of bleach that you should be able to ingest and not kill you.
Yes, there technically is. And it is like less than a capful per gallon of water. I'm not exactly sure how much, and believe me, we here at the Middlelands are not endorsing consumption of bleach. Read your warning labels. We are not saying that, but
like,
it is
even
possible.
If it's like a microdose that you can like fucking shoot into your vein.
Yeah,
I mean that should kill some stuff, right?
It should kill some stuff from the inside of your mouth down to, your at the bottom of your tract.
Well, no,
there.
I mean like a micro dose of like intravenously.
Oh, yeah, but unfortunately, that's not where all your that's not where the virus resides.
Yeah, guess you have to get into your lungs somehow.
Shit, man. Well,
you can huff the fumes. Could you huff the fumes? I mean, you smell bleach all the time.
I mean, you could huff the fumes. Ain't gonna do you a whole lot of good. Hey, we're not doctors here. We're not claiming to give you that. We're just saying don't do anything stupid. And we've been seeing a lot of stupid lately. Like you said with the hoarding of the toilet paper and stuff. I mean, it's like, and I'm not talking about like stocking up. I'm talking about hoarding.
Yeah.
Like people are like going ape shit. I mean, honestly, dude, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. Eat less, you shit less. You need less toilet paper. Now's a good time to be kind of budgeting a little bit, if you're going to be out of work and under quarantine for, days, possibly weeks at a time.
Try squatting.
There you go.
You tend to not... Or you can shave your asshole.
We here at the Middlelands do endorse... shaving your asshole.
I actually do, and I tell you what, I really like it because you can really clean that thing.
So nice in the summertime, isn't it?
All around it because that traps a lot of that stuff, and it gets tangled up in there.
Mm-hmm. So
can we talk about the news now?
Yeah, sure. What subject change already? All right, Meadow News. Once again, Troy, we got to get around some fucking making a jingle.
Yeah.
I'm saying that now, given that like there's a good chance we will have recorded something and already mixed it in by the time I actually get around to posting this particular episode. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But anyway, well, metal news. Shit, we actually have a fair amount of stuff. I may have to whiz through it. And speaking of whiz, you know what this Corona tastes like?
yeah, you're right about that. Boy, this is going to be a rough virus. If I got to drink any more, dude.
Basically, I mean, this is pretty much, what did Homer Simpson say? Alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
This was my fucking idea, wasn't it?
They say it was. I just brought the lime. And the cutting board and the knife. Dude, can I go ahead and point out this fucking all black carving knife here?
Death metal knife.
I had to pick this up, man. I got a small set of this black. They're fairly sharp, but I use one of those nice electric
well, I guess it would be
sharpeners.
black metal.
It is black metal.
Black metal knives.
Metal news. All right, dude. Max and Igor Cavalera are planning a tour. Have you heard about this? Planning a U.S. tour. Return Beneath a Rise U.S. tour. Brothers and Sepultura founders
Cavalera conspiracy?
Max and Igor Cavalera are planning to team up for a tour of America celebrating two of their classic albums, Beneath the Remains and Arise. Yeah. And we don't have dates at the moment. The tour is in as of February the 29th. Still in the planning phase. We hope to be able to report more concrete news soon.
Canceled due to coronavirus.
Well, shit.
Like everything else.
Well, I mean, I saved this in February.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to see Sepultura on the original Arise
tour?
Yeah.
All right.
It's fucking great.
Would have loved to have seen that, dude. Every description that you told me about that just sounded sick. Yeah, dude, that's them. Max with his dreads and Igor with his nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max.
Sweet.
Yo, Cavalera brothers. I don't believe I have it here. No, I don't. But in a similar dose of awesomeness, and I can't remember if we mentioned this before, Amorphous are coming through. Well, no, they're going to they're going to play at Houston. I think it's as close as they're going to get. Yep. They're playing Tales of a Thousand Lakes, whole album. I guess we're there, man.
We're fucking there.
But yeah, dude, this Arise, we've mentioned it. God, who knows how many times on this show. Dude, I mean, it is an essential album. Made our top 10 list, I believe.
I believe it was top 5.
Top 5, yeah. And dude, and just to be able to see that. All right. So, moving right along.
Well, so it's just going to be them two? Or is it going to be... Because, I mean, they're all still around.
They're all still around. They're probably going to have other musicians. I mean, you got the drum, you got the guitar. They can... Yeah, I mean... If you got the
Andreas and Paolo are still in Sepultura, actually.
That is interesting because it is Sepultura. Yeah,
it is Sepultura, so I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll
figure it out.
Yeah,
if it comes in real close, we're fucking go.
Something will happen, and you'll hear it from us. Oh, Slayer's Kerry King makes it clear that he does plan to create new music.
Yes, I heard of this.
So and
I don't find that shocking at all because, I mean, that dude is just a fucking riff fucking machine.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason that would make me think that he would stop spitting out awesomeness because that's just what he does. He just pisses excellence.
Yeah. Now, we know it's not going to be Slayer. Slayer has been laid to rest, but it just makes me wonder, like, what the hell is it going to be? You know what I mean? Like, what would it be? It's almost a little unnerving to think about because I've been really excited about certain acts that would come together. You hear, like, maybe there'll be like a super group, or maybe you'll hear like, oh yeah, so and so's getting back together and doing a new album, and then it's disappointing when it's not what you expect. You know, Kerry King does something new. I kind of expect Slayer caliber. music,
Sure.
But it's not necessarily going to be Slayer caliber. I mean, it's not going to be Slayer. I mean,
Right.
that's just it. It's not going to be,
They might have a really awesome bass player.
Well,
I didn't say that.
no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was the coronavirus. That was the coronavirus speaking. So I'm interested to see what Kerry King has in store in the near future. And it also doesn't say if it's necessarily solo or a new collaboration either. So more to come on that. But I'm pretty interested. Oh, okay. Real quick, Brutus is coming down. I've mentioned them a few times.
Yeah, I kind of dig Brutus.
I'd like to see them. I think they're from, I think they're Dutch. I think they're Dutch or something like that.
Yeah.
Danish, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
I think they're Dutch. Anyway, they're coming down in May 12th at Santos Bar. That'll be a pretty cool show. I'm not sure who the supporting acts are going to be, but I'm sure Brutus is headlining. Dude, they've been kind of putting up making a name of themselves. They're getting some attention. I think it's cool, and it's understandable because they're I guess they would be maybe what you would call a crossover band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Like they could play with, they could probably play with Russian Circles.
Mm-hmm.
They could probably get along and play along well with most
Converge. Like a heavy kind of
metal bands, certainly like black metal. Any band that has a little bit more of that atmospheric kind of thing. So melodic death, metal, black metal, whatever. But I would kind of consider them a crossover band. That'll be interesting to see, and then we'll probably be out there. So May 12th, Santos Bar, Brutus, et al. And more to come. Again, we got a lot of inconclusive news today. Here we go. I mean,
everything's up in the air.
Everything's up in the air. This is only a week old. Tool fan confirmed to have coronavirus, attended concert, possibly exposing others.
Good for you,
fucking wonderful. So I guess this happened in Auckland, New Zealand. A man who was diagnosed with the coronavirus attended a Tool concert Friday, February 28th. With a whole bunch of... There was probably more than 2 or 3 people at a Tool concert. So, I guess that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Large group of people.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was kind of an interesting article. 3 reasons why metal is more than just music. And I'll just summarize it. The community, the style, the therapist. And so I guess to paraphrase what they're talking about, like so the community, they were saying like why metal is more than just the music. They're talking about the scene, in general. One is just the camaraderie, and just the kind of like, self-support that the community generally is. I mean, you're going to have outliers and you can't generalize or something like that. But I mean, for the most part, metalheads kind of stick together.
Yeah.
They do a fair good job of getting along with one another, and
beautiful group of people.
It brings people together, man. The style. This is something that's come up a few times with us recently. Sometimes people just love to borrow that fucking heavy metal style. You know what I mean? Yeah. Remember that thing of fucking Lil Wayne wearing like a pair of pants that had like, what was the band? Like Atheist or something like that. Right. I can't even remember who it was. Logo on the pants. I mean, I seriously doubt he had any idea who that band was. I don't even remember who it was, but I mean, it's a graphic, it's an image, it's a thing, it's more the logo than anything else. But it's kind of become weirdly stylish, like in mainstream Hollywood shit. Edit that boom out later. I just hit the microphone. Oh. But anyway, and then the therapist, just the catharsis of the music. sort of listening to metal and just kind of fucking getting your aggressions out, or even having an antidepressant effect, according to this article. Yeah. So it brings people together. Yeah. I mean, that's shit that we've known about just from experiencing it.
Well, sure.
For years now, decades, really.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's always. Death metal shows are the loveliest gathering of beautiful people you'll ever want to see.
Yeah, yeah. It's the energy exchange, you know. It's the I guess it would be like, you would say like a good metal show is kind of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show of concerts. And I say that because of audience participation.
Yeah.
Dude, audience participate. I mean, people get up there during, even rock shows, they're high energy and people, hooting and hollering and woo and stuff like that, But I mean, dancing, you're kind of getting there, but I mean, getting into a pit,
right,
and picking somebody up, and shit like that. Maybe
throwing them around.
Throwing them around. I mean, that's participation. You're yelling and screaming, and you're egging on. You're asking. You're fucking for rain and blood. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're just fucking belting it out, and you're saying, "Do this now, you motherfucker!" Oh God! And it's not like other people don't sing along for other, fucking acts and stuff like that. But I mean, it's definitely an energy exchange, and I will attest to that as both an audience member and an artiste. Artiste. So, moving along. Here we go. Iron Maiden adds 2 new Trooper beers.
Yeah, I saw that.
2 new varieties of the beers too. So they have one. I can't remember what it is. It's an ale, maybe. Or a brown, I don't know. I've got it sitting in my refrigerator. You still need to come over, and we need to try that one. Because I still haven't opened it. I just only had, 1 bottle. But now, the collaboration between Iron Maiden and Robinson's Brewery have been making the Trooper Series beer for 7 years now, and they're not stopping anytime soon. The duo have just announced 2 new beers for 2020. Those being Fear of the Dark. A 4.5% ABV English Stout, and Trooper IPA, a 4.3% ABV India Pale Ale.
I like that album. That's one of my favorite albums. Fear of the Dark.
Fear of the Dark?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe one day we'll be popular enough to have our own beer.
Hey.
And basically we'll just go in there with one of these and go, make it not this. Make it anti this.
Make it then the photo negative of this.
The absolute opposite of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can start from there.
Mm-hmm.
Fruity, but not too fruity. Hoppy, but not too hoppy.
We're kind of like just kind of cramming this down to kind of support the whole... just for a good joke, really. Just
for a
gag.
This is being force-fed for sure.
Dude, I'm glad I had those limes hanging around the kitchen.
10-4.
Yes, indeed. Some sad news. We lost Max von Sydow, who played...
he was the priest, the old priest.
Father Lancaster Marin from The Exorcist, yeah.
A young priest and an old priest.
Passed away March 8th, I believe. I'm looking for the date. At age 90.
Well, I mean, he was fucking
March 8th.
old back then. Though.
Dude, he was not... Well, I mean, he was like 40-something. That's all makeup. When he did, when he played Father Merrick. But he has been... I mean, shit, he was in... Not the last, but the second to last of the Star Wars movies. He was in that one.
Was he?
Yeah. Where is he? Let me see if it's here.
Was he like a general or something?
He was in the beginning. He was like this villager.
Oh.
Maybe it was the Maybe it was episode 7. I don't know. Don't matter. But he was an exorcist. He was the voice of Vigo the Carpathian in Ghostbusters 2. I don't know if you knew that. You're like the buzzing of flies to him. Yeah, he overdubbed his voice over that German wrestler dude who actually portrayed.
What was it? Death is but a door, time is but a window.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yes. Yeah. Not to mention Ming the Merciless.
Oh yeah.
In Flash Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah. And had a Roland Cohen the Barbarian.
He had an awesome movie career.
Yeah. Hell yeah. He was in Dune. He played Dr. Kynes in Dune.
I was just thinking about Dune the other day.
Oh, yeah.
The spice. It was always kind of funny because, like, we were so young, when that movie came out.
It was like 83, 84.
And, like, it's like, you knew the movie was awesome, but you didn't really quite understand at that age what that movie was really about. Until way, way later,
Dude, I mean, I had to, like, do meta-analysis in order to figure that shit out.
Yeah, it was not easy to follow, regardless, but it's...
So, did you ever read any of the books?
No, I did not.
I read the book. It's a good read. And it's the only thing that made any of that shit, like, kind of understandable, because I will point out that was a David Lynch movie. David Lynch directed that shit. And if you're not familiar with David Lynch's act or his body of work as a whole, then you need to really start doing some hallucinogenics again and get back into it. You know, David Lynch is he did like Twin Pinks and Blue Velvet and Eraserhead, and it's just strange, surreal shit that he does in the things that he directs. Anyway, so he did Dune, back in the early 80s. And it was just, I mean, it was a cool but kind of strange interpretation of the book, of the original book.
And plus, my boyfriend was in it.
Sting. Oh, Sting, yeah. The Crown Prince fuckmeister of the 80s. I would have to say the tantric sex.
Edge? No, not Edge. Huh? What was his name in Dune?
In Dune? Oh, Fade. Fade Raban. Yeah. He was a Harkonnen. That movie is so quotable.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense to me until, like, I understood that the spice helped the travelers move to warp space-time, to move across the galaxy, to
space,
to get shit done, and to have a presence in different galaxies and shit. And then it started to make sense to me, like, oh. But, when you're, like, fucking 10 or whatever, you're like, it's awesome, but I don't know what's
right. What is this trippy shit?
Yeah.
Anyway, Max von Sydow, you will be missed.
Figo.
I guess he'll be back because time is but a window or something.
Yeah.
Archived. This is kind of funny. Michael Bolton once auditioned to be the singer of Black Sabbath, according to an interview with Tony Iommi. This was...
I did run across that story.
Did you? Yeah. No. This is according to Iommi himself. This was just after Dio, I believe. Yeah. Quote, so there was a lot of looking for another singer, and we auditioned various singers, including Michael Bolton, believe it or not, Tony explained. He was one of them, which was an odd one. Apparently David Coverdale also tried out or auditioned.
Huh.
Yeah.
That'd have been interesting.
Who else sang? Honestly, okay, I'm just gonna say I'm not familiar with Dio era Sabbath.
Me either.
I just have just the Ozzy Sabbath. That's the only thing I've really listened to.
And I think that's the only stuff worth listening to. Of course, everyone has their opinion.
I don't know, but I will say,
if you beg to differ, please comment and Go fuck yourself.
I will say though, it was Dio who originally sang, that song that Cannibal Corpse covered, "Zero the Hero."
Zero the
Yeah,
Hero.
yeah. That was Dio. But I don't even know who else sang for Sabbath. I don't know who came after Ronnie James Dio. I know Ozzy came back at some point, but it had to have been someone. Whoever it wasn't Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton went ahead and just,
I believe it was a very young John Bon Jovi.
Ooh. And finally, metal meets science. Scientists discover a planet where it literally rains metal.
I knew I picked that story, and I knew you were going to pick it too. Yeah.
Scientists have discovered the most metal planet in the galaxy, in that it literally rains metal. Extrasolar planet WASP 76b, WASP-76b, WASP, another metal reference, I guess, is approximately 640 light years from Earth. One day turns to night. It rains iron.
Yeah, it's because I remember reading it. The atmospheric makeup is it's extremely hot planet.
Yeah, very hot.
And during the day, when it's facing the sun, I would presume it's a gaseous form, of course. And then
3,800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, and then when it cools down to like a brisk 1,200 fucking degrees or something,
2,700, a chilling 2,700.
Yeah, it solidifies and fucking rains. What is the metal? Does it say?
I want to say it's iron.
Iron? Yeah, I think it's iron.
Yeah, which is it's a basic element.
Yeah,
pretty common element in the cosmos
most
in
of
general.
Meteorites.
Right. Now, I guess the only thing that would make it in my mind, and I'm going to go ahead and be a little campy, but I think the only thing that would make it a little bit more like human metal would be if it was steel.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's something more metal than metal about steel. Iron is fine, but steel, hardened steel.
Do you know the riddle of steel?
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's...
Pardon me, I gotta wash this shit out of my fucking mouth. You want to fucking...
Sure. Bring it on. Yeah.
Sorry, Corona. I tried to fucking do it, but you know what? Jesus Christ.
Well, you can always just suck on a lime wedge, Troy.
I would rather.
Well, we've got plenty of lime. Ugh. All right, so we've got a planet that rains metal, and that just about does it.
And a mouthful of fucking Mexican ass.
Not all Mexican beer is bad. All right.
I'm still making a drink here.
He's still making a drink. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't be held accountable for the flaws of our technology. But to be honest with you, I am not too terribly surprised that we're having these problems today, being Friday the 13th, and what could very well be the advent of our own death and demise. For coronavirus is upon us. He said, shaking with fear, quaking even.
I'm not dead. I feel happy. I want to go for a walk.
Shut up, you'll be stone dead in a minute.
Where'd you go for a walk?
I'm feeling better.
I feel happy.
Old man. Old woman, man. I'm 37, I'm not old. Wow, dude. Good comedic timing, my friend. Or that was something. It's unfortunate. Lime, I don't think goes with whiskey, bourbon.
No,
at all.
They tend to want to put orange with it, like old fashions and shit like that.
Lemon and orange is fine.
Yeah,
most citrus, but lime is just too.
Nah.
It's just got a different characteristic to it. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
I'm sorry. I gotta wash that shit out of my fucking mouth.
Hey, that's fine. Thank you.
Fucking Corona.
Indeed.
Virus shit.
Nice. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, well,
My innards have returned to a happy state now.
Keep it up, man. Those innards can only get happier. Yeah, we can dispose of that later.
And of course, I mean, I remember being able to stomach the Corona Extra. Maybe I should have got that. This is the Premier, which is, I guess, 90 calories. So I guess that's kind of like a ultra version of the Corona beer.
I guess.
And maybe that's what it is, but... Anyway.
Yeah. So
you're done?
That is it for the news.
Okay.
Yeah, what you got there?
I got this weird thing. I know you've probably seen it. We get the same...
Well, of course, Troy.
websites.
I've seen your weird thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So weird.
All right.
And of course it won't load.
Come on, internets. It can only be Friday the 13th for so much longer. Perhaps Mercury is in retrograde or some shit.
Yeah, I thought this was kind of fun. It's
What you got?
Meet the new death metal rooster.
I think I might have seen that that headline, but
I'm trying to pull it up to listen to it.
Dude,
It does something I remember. Nice.
fucking shit.
Good stuff.
Dude, that's
There
a
was,
lot of air for a rooster, huh?
yeah, well, you know.
I mean, shit. I mean, that was like fucking solid. He didn't even stop to breathe.
Oh, this just in. Scientists have discovered a planet where it literally rains metal.
Oh, hey. Oh, do tell. No, that was like fucking Kevin Sharp fucking level of screech just now. That was a good
It had a good
sustained,
guttural part to it too. It was like nice and throaty.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is that shirt black glow in the dark, by the way?
Yeah, yes, it
That
is.
looks like glow in the dark print.
It is.
Yeah. Have you put it under a black light yet?
I don't know one.
Well, it probably looks awesome, man.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
This is the
That's
pixel, the Conan pixelated
Yeah,
shirts.
the 8-bit
Yeah, the
Conan.
8-bit stuff, and they have a red one with a dragon.
Oh shit, that's probably
Of
looks
course, it was sold out, so I got this
Right,
one,
right,
which is
right.
still awesome.
No, that's still pretty
But
cool.
the red one with the dragon is badass.
Dude, that looks like a Golden Axe screenshot.
That's
dude.
yes,
That's what it
yes,
looks like.
absolutely. So, okay, I'm a little unprepared here.
That's okay. I'm still sucking down the Corona, dude.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, so engineers crack 58-year-old enigma, make quantum breakthrough. This was in Australia. Suggests that the nucleus of a single atom could be controlled using only electric fields. Now the engineers at the University of New South Wales, Sydney, have achieved just that. This discovery means that we now have a pathway to build quantum computers using single atom spins without the need of any oscillating magnetic field for their operation. Moreover, we can use these nuclei as exquisitely precise sensors of electric and magnetic fields, or to answer fundamental questions of quantum space.
You getting all this?
So,
Because there's going to be a quiz later.
like that shit in Avengers with Atom Man, it's coming soon. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. The little tiny guy.
Yeah.
The little bitty green
Well,
guy.
it's so like
I'm sorry, man. I think I must have drank too much Corona.
So this is IBM, and when we get into like the quantum computing thing, well,
Yeah.
IBM is all over this, and this breakthrough pretty much makes that shit within reach.
Dude, I hope within my... Dude, all right, so I am a big fan of quantum computing, or at least the concept of it. So what we have been doing so far have been has been different higher level exploitations of what is essentially just semiconductor logic, right? Either you're conducting electricity or you're not. Yes or no, 1 or 0, current or no current, right? So everything is based on the micro combinations of just on or off, right? Quantum computing, my very sophomoric understanding of that is that it exploits multiple possibilities simultaneously in attempting to solve a problem. Okay.
Yeah, and it's right here. I mean, right off the bat, IBM plans to build the first commercially available universal quantum computer.
Fucking right. And the beauty of that, I mean, you're talking about about processing power exploding, within a relative short period of time. I mean, the applications of that are pretty fucking astounding, dude.
Well, and the thought that I get from this right off the bat was like, all of that shit, back in the 50s and 40s and shit was, well, we're going to have flying cars and this shit and that shit. Well, okay. Give it a minute. Mm-hmm. It's on its way.
Well, here's the thing, though. If they here's my opinion. If you want to hear my opinion, we could have flying cars now. I mean, I guess the technology technically exists to create a flying.
Well, I mean,
thing.
I'm using that as an example of back then they were looking at this unfathomable scientific things that just don't seem possible back in the 40s. And then you look at it, it's like, well, we didn't really kind of get there quite yet of what they were thinking, but we give it a little bit longer and we're going to get there.
Well, it's just, what I'm saying is it takes breakthroughs like this to happen, and then bam, it's right around the corner. Well, it wasn't too long ago that you talked about them discovering the fifth force.
Yeah.
The fifth force of nature, basically.
Yeah, they're getting a Nobel the
Nobel Prize in physics.
The Nobel Prize for that, without a doubt. That was just absolutely incredible.
And I don't know what the Nobel Prize categories are, but if engineering is one of them, then if they make a quantum computer, then that's it. That's it. It's in the bag, dude.
Sure.
The thing that interests me about quantum computing is it allows for huge systemic problems to be solved, like gigantic systems like the human brain. Whoa, all right. Artificial intelligence, right? Weather patterns. Whoa, being able to predict serious weather disturbances and hurricanes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like complex shit. Since we're on, it's given current events, patterns of fucking disease, dude. Like system-wide, like disease patterns.
A lot of
epidemiology.
A lot of difficult things get really easy,
a lot
really
easier.
Quick.
That's the thing. That's it right there. I, for one, am a fan of the quantum.
Oh yeah, and it's a big deal. That's why I was kind of intrigued.
No, that's exciting. I'm waiting for the first quantum computer to come out. Yep.
That's you. So I mean, not too long ago they didn't think it was possible. Now IBM plans on building one.
IBM, man.
So there you go.
Yep.
Buy stock in that fucking shit. Buy all of it.
Yes, indeed. If you have money, if you have any money left over from that coronavirus.
Yeah.
If you survive.
Yeah, I don't have any stocks. I don't play the stock market at all. I don't even have an IRA.
No, I got like one of those.
Because I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah.
Because
why invest in some billionaire?
Well, I mean, the thing is I don't know how much longer I'm going to live past 70. It's probably not going to be much. And I'm going to have to work till I'm at least 70.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about this before.
And at that point, by the time I'm 70 and nope, I'm still alive and I can't retire. Okay, then I'll just keep working. I've literally worked pretty much the majority of my whole fucking life. I'll just keep on fucking going.
Fuck keep doing it. Yeah.
If someone would still employ me at age 70. Do you fashion that I would be a cheerful, friendly chap at 70? Oh, shit.
No, dude, your beard will be dragging behind you.
So, this was something interesting.
Yeah.
Solved the mystery of the expansion of the universe.
Oh.
So, this was theorized, and now we kind of... So, the Earth's solar system, the entire Milky Way, and a few thousand galaxies close to us move in a vast bubble that is 250 million light years in diameter, where the average density of matter is half as high as for the rest of the universe. This is the hypothesis advanced by a theoretical physicist from the University of Geneva. To solve a conundrum, love that word.
I love a good conundrum.
That has been splitting the scientific community for a decade. Until now, at least two independent, blah, blah, blah. So, to get to the nuts and bolts, the universe has been expanding since the Big Bang, which occurred 13.8 billion years ago, folks. You know the answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
It was Hubble that kind of, with his glorious telescopes, that discovered that the galaxy is pulling away from us. The most distant galaxies are moving away from us the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when you get into the exponential expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah. So that gives that, and that's what kind of proves that, suggests that at one time all the galaxies were located at the same spot. All billion fucking galaxies that are out there were at one point contained in one single spot.
That is a whole lot of galaxies.
So,
that is a whole lot of chocolate pudding. What was his name? Edwin Hubble? Edwin Hubble. I'm trying to find his headed wobble. Jesus, Google, you fucking butchered that one, buddy. Edwin Hubble. There he is. Yeah, I was just going to... You mentioned Hubble. Edwin Hubble. 1889 to 1953.
yeah.
American astronomer. The namesake for the Hubble Space Telescope. Edwin Hubble. Not Frank Hubble.
Who's Frank Hubble?
That's the guy who I caught jerking off in our fucking alley. I had to run off with a shotgun. Not Frank Hubble.
Oh, yeah. Different,
Edwin Hubble. Different dude. Totally different guy. So this is great. Look at that picture, dude. I'm going to see if I can fucking pull that up and superimpose that. This picture right here I'm referring to. With the pipe. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about. It's something about like like stuffy white guys from the 1950s with pipes in their mouths.
They seem very intelligent in thought.
I'm
thinking about something you will never understand.
just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he's sitting there. There's even a picture of him. Look at that. There's another one.
There it is. Like when you see this picture, imagine if that guy asked you to play chess. You're like, no, you're going to kick my fucking ass.
I say, fancy a game of chess? And you know they had that like North Atlantic accent too. Mm-hmm. I say, where are you from? Missouri? Arizona? New York? Florida? Alabama? Doesn't matter. You're born in the 1950s? Well, then you talk like this. Edwin Hubble. Well, fucking right, dude. That's the namesake of that big floating piece of awesomeness out in outer space. Fucking right. And yeah, no, I do not want to play chess with this man.
No, he would fucking like kill you.
He would wipe me clean. But he's dead, so I guess I don't have to worry about that.
But his legacy continues.
His legacy continues in telescope form.
Yeah. So that's our Corona cast.
Oh my God!
We tried to do the Corona thing, guys, but fuck, it's rough. I mean, if you can drink these fucking things, I know a friend of ours always brings Coronas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And we're like, dude, you drink those things? He's like, I don't really like them, but like, you know, this is like when we used to have barbecues and shit and get-togethers all the time. And it's like, well, the thing about it is, if I bring an ice chest over and it's filled with Corona, nobody else is touching that motherfucker but me. Like, you fucking right about that. That's pretty smart. If you can handle it, maybe the extras, but the premiere, that's no bueno.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah, I guess we with purpose.
Yeah, we got through 2 of them, and that was enough.
We went ahead and went against our own word.
Fight Corona with Corona.
Oh God.
It's a tough fight, but
it almost feels like I think I'm not drunk, but I mean I'm buzzing, but it's like a sickly kind of buzzing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
It's like the kind of buzzing that makes you want to just
puke.
Wish there was. I don't want to puke. I just don't want to. I don't want to puke. I don't want to risk tasting it again.
Yeah, I just don't want to drink it anymore.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, hey, you know what?
So I guess we won't be getting that endorsement after all. That sponsor.
No, whatever this stuff
is. But
is.
if these guys call, then we will gladly. I'll tattoo it across my forehead.
Oh, God. Yes, indeed. That is some quality shit right there. And you got the Angostura bitters. Good.
I might get that image right there on the side of the bottle. I might just get that, like right.
Oh, yeah? Are you thinking about doing another?
Yeah. I'm drinking from it. So it's probably not a good idea.
But on the speaker.
We don't need any.
All right. Should we call it?
I think we should. Hunker down deep into the corners of your house with all your toilet paper and Clorox wipes. Personal disaster. Coronavirus, COVID-19.
It's COVID-19. You know what, Corey? You know what I might do? I might actually sign off with the stars with the stars like they used to do on when network TV used to actually end at night, and they would end with that with the Stars From the Band or something similar.
Well, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or do my Corona.
All right. Okay, it'll be a surprise.
It's been a very weird Friday the 13th.
You'll find out in 6 months if you survive the plague.
I'm not dead. All right, goodbye,
folks. Yeah, good luck.
When I feel fine.